Hi, this is Sansan Mashi, and this is a video on how to use a pendulum. Woo! So before I get started, I do want to say I pretty much found this channel. She's really cool. Her channel is called Spiritual Awakening on YouTube, and pretty much she has a video called How to Use the Pendulum, How and Why It Works! Exclamation mark. And I think the video was really good. I think any type of video I make in terms of explaining something, I've learned a lot from her videos, and like she words things really well, and I'm like, whoa, that's like what I was thinking, but really well put and very easy to understand for me personally. So definitely, if you just want to check out her video, I'll leave a link below, or you can just search it yourself. Her channel is called Spiritual Awakening. But yeah, if you guys came here to hear from me with my experience with the pendulum and stuff, you've come to the right place. So, for those of you who don't know how to, where to start with the pendulum, basically, just find some sort of object. It could just be like a string with a heavy object. You want it to be pretty good, of course, like something that actually has a bit of a swing to it. Some people have like a fancy one where it's like a necklace and it's like a crystal that looks like a sort of like diamondy shape. I'm pretty much describing the pendulum I saw on Spiritual Awakening's channel, but I'm sure anything pretty much works so long as it swings, pretty much. So the trick, I guess, is to not do anything. So just like how with reading tarot or picking up messages, you let the messages come to you. It's just like that. You kind of let the pendulum swing however it's going to swing. And so pretty much where I'm at so far is with yes or no questions, and I guess maybe an I don't knows, but I never get a maybe or I don't know whenever I've asked something. I always get a yes or a no, but I'll just kind of show you as an example, and I guess I'll promise ahead of time I'm just holding it. I'm not putting any conscious thought. So the way it works is that when you ask a question or something like that, your subconscious, like, of course, if it moves a different way, it must be like how I'm holding it, and I must be slightly moving it, you know, to swing it a certain way. But the objective is that I'm not putting any thought into holding it whatsoever. I'm just letting it do its own thing. So it'll swing however it wants to swing, and I'll just talk and not really think about it. I will try to keep my arm as still as I can, and then I'll ask, and you can communicate through your higher self or to spirit. For this video, I'll just go ahead and just say, I'm going to try to hold it like this. Spirit or higher self, show me yes. And I say, show me yes. And so if you guys can kind of see, it's swinging towards me. And so I'm just not really putting any thought, and it's just kind of doing that on its own as I talk. So I said, show me yes. And I can say, all right, Spirit, please show me no. And after saying that, show me no, it kind of just starts to switch it up. See? It's pretty cool. And I'm not putting any thought into it whatsoever. I'm looking at my hand, and my hand's as still as it can be, but it just kind of switches. So show me no. Yep. So yeah, for me, yes is towards me, and no is side to side. I think Spiritual Awakening, for her, it was vice versa. So you just got to get your own pendulum and ask and see which ways it does stuff. And I can say, all right, Spirit, show me maybe I don't know. It always blows my mind because it starts going in a circle. If you can see how it's just doing a circle now. And again, my hand is not really moving. It's just kind of subconsciously knowing that's what I want. Like, that's what the I don't know is. That's what's been assigned. So you're kind of just like coming into agreement with your subconscious that certain directions with the pendulum mean certain things. And depending on where you're at, where your focus is, and by focus I just mean like your energies, like how you're feeling with the pendulum and how you're feeling about holding it. Because if your arm is tired and weak, like sometimes I like worry, I'm like, is it me doing it? But the less you think about it, the more it works. So I didn't think about it at all, and so I got some pretty good swings. Sometimes I'll ask myself a question, even a question that I know, like, is my name Sun Wen? Is my name Sun Wen? Alright, so like I get a slight swing. So the strength of the swing doesn't always mean like, oh, it's like, basically it's like if it's swinging a tiny bit or if it's swinging a lot, both swings are valid, is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, is my name Susan? Is my name Susan? And then it just kind of does its own thing. Do I love One Piece? Do I love One Piece? Cool, right on. I do love One Piece. Yeah, so it's pretty fun. That's pretty much all I've got on the pendulum stuff for now that I can think of. You can ask all sorts of questions. I finally got to the end of her video. One thing I would advise is to don't get too caught up on predicting things or going for future energies, because the farther into the future you try to read, the lower the probability of it happening. And even though all of time has happened in an instant and whatnot, so you should theoretically be able to predict however far you want into the future. At the same time, but at the same time, I think because there's so many timelines, I feel like it also makes sense that you can't just predict the future, because you can predict your future, but sort of, and like others and stuff, but it's like, since we're all parts of this, if everyone's trying to predict the future, we're gonna still get a bunch of different outcomes. So once again, in this moment, we can't actually, but theoretically, yes, once we reach our higher self, aka transcend time and everything, and we are outside of this 3D space, which it would still be there, because like all the dimensions exist within one another, but like, yeah, basically once we're really in the fourth dimension, I think, I don't know, I'm still trying to figure out the dimensions and stuff. Haven't really meditated long and hard over everything yet, or learned a whole bunch about the dimensions and whatnot. But it's been just making more and more sense as I kind of go along my journey, as I meditate more, find more super helpful videos. Most importantly, I'm on a tangent now, but most importantly, you guys, whatever I say about all this stuff, about what the universe is, or like, ooh, like, this is that, and this is this, it's just, those are my answers, like, those are what I'm finding right now, and they're always inclined to change. My, like, opinions, everything, I change as I grow. So, like, there's, like, I'm not trying to say there is one single right answer. What's beautiful is I think there are no right and wrong answers. I think all answers kind of count. So the way I feel about the universe, if you reach different answers, then it's still talking about the same thing, because we're both still talking about the universe. It's kind of like I go into my higher self and I'm like, I come back and I'm like, here's my answers, and then you tap into your higher self and you come back and you're like, here's my answers, you know, stuff like that. So this is the stuff that I've kind of come across with my journey. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. This was originally a pendulum video. So yeah, I think that's everything I've got to say on the pendulum. Yeah, I guess we can just like have fun and watch it swing different ways. Alright, Spirit, show me no. Cool. Awesome, awesome, I like it. Show me yes. Show me yes. every time. So cool. At least I think it's cool. But it's also kind of tiring. I'm holding up a necklace. I'm like, my hand hurts, my arm hurts, stuff like that. Not right now. It's fine now. But sometimes I'm like holding it. I'm like, I'm tired. Oops. Alright. Show me, I don't know, maybe. It's interesting. It can show me, I don't know, maybe. But every time I ask a question, I never get this one. I always get just a yes or a no. I never get the I don't know, maybe. Is there a question I can ask that gets me an I don't know, maybe answer? So the question's definitely out there. I'll just have to figure it out. That's really funny. Yeah, there's definitely questions I don't know the answer to. Yeah, this pendulum's like, yeah, of course, but tricky. So that's my journey with the pendulum so far. Hope this video was helpful if anyone watched all this. And yeah, it's pretty cool stuff. Peace out.